Hello there, I'm Daz. Today I'm making a walkthrough of the Dwarven ruin Bthardamz. So Bthardamz is actually locked up until you start the quest, The Only Cure, which you can see there on my quest list. So if we just go to the world map, we can find Bthardamz right there. The nearest city is Markarth, and in order to start the quest, The Only Cure, you'll need to head to the shrine to Periite right there. There is Carthwayston. Okay, this is going to be quite a long one, so I'd best get in there. We can find a couple of skill books at this location. And the reward for completing this quest will be Spellbreaker, an enchanted shield. So we have a couple of chests here. I'm not going to bother looting these chests. I've already completed this and made my save, but I will do my best to point out all of the chests that I'm aware of, and there are many at this location. Hopefully I can spot some that other players have missed. Another chest right there. I'm going to be cheesing the combat by using the destruction spell Unbounded Storms, which should annihilate most of the enemies in this place. So I'm going to be heading off in that direction, but we have a couple of rooms off to my left which you can actually safely ignore. There are 3 or 4 afflicted in here who may be asleep, but I think all you can find is a potion at best. Okay. So there we have a potion. If you find anything else, good luck. Okay, so in this room we actually can find another chest once we get through this adept locked gate. So a potion and another chest right there. I'll try and remember to go to the map at regular intervals. The layout of this place can be pretty confusing. Going to be another bunch of afflicted just down here. Okay. As you can see, Unbounded Storms is very overpowered. I wouldn't normally use it for a walkthrough, but I want to try and get this done in about 30 minutes. If I start having long drawn out combat, this is going to take all day.
Over here.
Okay, so we have another chest here, and in order to move on we need to pull this lever. Okay. So we have some gold ore there. I'll just go back to the map right now. So I'm just about to head through that door right in front of us. But first, we can turn down here. to find another chest. Lots of gems in the chests for me. I recently completed the quest for the Thieves Guild to find the crown of Baron's Ire. Okay, so a couple of afflicted seem to have walked into that blade trap, which is triggered by stepping on that pressure plate. Before heading down there, we can find another chest in this room, along with a pair of spheres. Okay, so there is a chest. I think the blades will have stopped by now. Yes, they have. So head down the side so you don't get sliced up like these poor chaps.
Over here.
Absurd. So we have a nice potion there. Apart from that, I'm pretty sure there is nothing else around here. So we now head into the workshop. Okay, there are that many chests to keep an eye out for in this one that I'm feeling a little bit stressed making this walkthrough. I'm usually quite relaxed. So I don't actually think there are any chests in these little side rooms, but I want to explore every inch just in case. We have a note on this table, Afflicted's note, which gives a little bit of information about Orchendor. We can leave that where it is, we don't need it. And now, back to the map. We have a chest just tucked away behind here that triggers a spider. Easily dealt with. Damn. 3 of them. So, I should mention, these guys are a good source of Dwarven oil and soul gems, either filled or unfilled. So, eventually, I'm heading through here, but first, I'm going to make a brief visit to the Upper District to grab another chest and potion. I'm going to sneak, just so as not to alert the enemies. We have a chest here, and here a potion. And you can survey the area that you're going to be exploring next. If you're using archery, you can snipe at a couple of the upcoming enemies over there. But I'll be dealing with those in my own way in just a couple of minutes. So, another chest here. Okay, I don't think there is anything in here. No. So we can now head to the Upper District, but the lower level that we were overlooking just a moment ago from that balcony. Okay. Right, that other one's out of range, so before heading up these stairs, back to the map, I'm just going to find a chest just off to my left, and then I'm going to be heading into this doorway here, Bthardamz Dwelling, for a skill book. So, get the chest first, which is tucked away down here. So now you see what I mean about there being lots of chests in this place. I'm sure I'm missing some, but as I say, I'll try and get as many as possible. So we have a couple of enemies to deal with in here.
I know you can't hear. Over here.
Okay, I think if you listen to their conversation play out, I think that is a sister nursing her brother, but I can't swear to that. We have a chest here. And through this lock, we have our, excuse me, speech skill book, Biography of the Wolf Queen. The other skill book we can find, so we have a chest here, is Reality and Other Falsehoods, a alteration skill book, and that is actually going to be on the body of Orchendor. Okay, so heading up here. There's nothing along that ledge.
Should have come here.
But if we head around here, which I needed to do anyway to deal with this lady, we have a chest right there. And before heading up this next set of stairs, we have around here a very obscure chest. First we have a gold ore vein, and then if we jump across onto this roof, there we have another bonus chest. There may be some more if you jump and whirlwind sprint around this place, but I couldn't find any when I tried that earlier. But I'm not infallible, so if you have the time, it may be worth playing around. And we now head into the next area, which is Bthardamz Lower District. Nothing here. Okay, so we have a chest in here. Right there. Right. So I'm going to sneak up to this lever which should allow us to take out one of the enemies.
What was that?
Yep, that's her gone. Switch those off again because there is a chest amongst those blades, which I want to get at. Okay, so here is our chest. I didn't find anything else in this chamber, but once again, if you have the time, it may be worth jumping around. Right, and we come to another one of those areas that can get a little bit confusing with the layout. Okay. So I had to play around in the water down there and I couldn't find anything when I explored here earlier.
Someone there. I can't.
I missed that one sneaking up behind me. Okay, so a chest in here.
Never should have come here.
So this lever just drops down a little trap there. So I'm going to be heading off up the stairs in front of me, but first there are some stairs here that lead up to this circular walkway, which doesn't seem to hold anything important, but just around here we have another hidden chest with a skeleton. So the skeleton only has a few gold, the chest has random stuff. Quite nice stuff, for me at least. Okay. So up the stairs and just about. I forgot about those fellas. So we can now head into the next area. Bthardamz Study. Lots of different zones in this place. So just a chest in here. I'm pretty sure there is nothing else. So we have a pressure plate there that triggers another blade trap. This one runs its course quite quickly. Sometimes they keep going. Okay. Another chest here. Almost missed that one. And then we are out again. A very small area. I'll just look at that on the map. And we're back into the lower district. on the upper level, I think. Okay. So, before heading down this ramp and across there, we can just jump over here and find another chest. I don't know why I'm collecting the loot. I'm going to be scrapping this save in any case. So, before heading off in this direction, behind me we have a gate hiding another chest. So I think this is the first time I've actually fully explored this place.
Over here.
Yep, so we're going to be heading, or should I say continuing, along in this direction, but first we can head up to this upper level.
Mercy!
No mercy. So we can find another chest right there. Okay, so back down the ramps. Here we are. Yeah, as I was saying, this is the first time I've really explored this place fully. I have been to Bthardamz a few times in the past, but it's usually a quick in and out because I don't really enjoy the location very much. Right, I've got a feeling I'm missing something, but it may just be because a lot of these sections look quite similar to each other. Yep, I think we're done, we can move on. So now into the Arcanex. Okay. So, I took a little swim earlier and I couldn't find anything underwater. Okay, so I'm just going to stick to the main path. We are almost done at this point, I'm very pleased to say. So before heading up these stairs, we can find another chest right here. I'll just go back to the map before heading up these stairs. Okay. And we've got a big brute of a fella to deal with next, I think. Come on, get around the corner. I don't want to get too close to him. Right. Don't think there is anything here. A quicksilver ore vein, but no chests. Okay. Search this big guy. And here we're going to have, shortly, another bunch of spiders. Just make a quick save in case of any problems. Right. So here we are, folks. I didn't find anything in this room. In the next room, we're going to be confronting Orchendor. Right, that's a lot simpler than Malkaran on the Dawnbreaker quest. So there we are. And there is the Alteration skill book, Reality and Other Falsehoods, which I didn't need, obviously. It's got lots of nice loot. And we do need to take the key to Bthardamz elevator. Otherwise we can't get out of here without going back the way we came. So we have a Dwarven chest right there, which should also have some good loot in it. And this is the door at the upper level that requires a key, which we now have. Wow. Okay, so just a quick check of the journal. I need to report Orchendor's death to Periite, back at the shrine. So I hope people have found that useful and not too long-winded. And thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.